Hey, ohayo, konnichiwa, konbanwa, whenever and wherever you are, welcome back to Icewind Dale. We are over here in our final week of streaming for the year, the Christmas week, whatever holiday is going on. I hope you're having a nice time and a good time of it, despite all the stuff that's going on in the world. And, hey Colby. And we are settled in here with a slightly more festive overlay than before. I don't know if you guys can see. You've gathered some snow in your windows. We have a little bit of decoration around the spot. And we are here to jump back in to Rime of the Frostmaiden for our last time this year. Now, first things first, a big shout out to the VOD squad. Over 100 views on last week's session. Thank you so much. It just blows me away. It's so cool. And it's always a pleasure to have you drop by whenever you can do that, even if it's not live. We thank you so much for taking the time to come and enjoy some stories with us. Now, this lovely sound you're hearing is brought to you by the wonders of Sirenscape. Do head on over and give them a try. They've got some free sound sets, and then if you become a subscriber, you open up to a whole world of music and sound effects. And we have other music brought to us by RPG Toolkits on YouTube. Check them out. Lots of amazing soundtracks and music for your games. And let us jump back in and remind ourselves what has been going on. Last time, having investigated the corpse of the slain monster and finding a mysterious black crystal, you continued up to the stone circle of Thrun. There, you were greeted by an awakened owl who gave you your orientation and showed the way forward. Connecting with the stones, you were shown images of Icewind Dale in summer, teeming with life and vitality. You saw other stone circles attended by druids, and finally continued on to a fantastical place called Lamania, where Thrun resides, trapped, for now, by the Frostmaiden's magic. He asked that you embrace your fated one path and attempt to deliver the region from this never-ending winter. Later, on your way back to Goodmead, you found, huddled, looking very sad and sodden in the snow, a Tressum, a winged cat on the verge of death, far, far from home. But Mame's downy feathers saved the creature. We find ourselves back in the mead hall of Goodmead, safe and snug and warm. And it seems that the cooper, the barrel maker of the town, Olivessa, the crowbar crew's friend and supporter, Madame Dustbuckle, and the shadowy barman, and a few others from around the town, it seems they've decorated the place in celebration of the new heroes of the region. And they are more than happy, overjoyed to have you back safe and sound from Dugan's Hole, wanting to hear everything that happened. So, dear players, let us transport ourselves over to said mead hall. And with the buzzing of bees, the clink of mead glasses, and the creaking of the door, we find ourselves back in our mead hall. Soon to be, even more so, our mead hall, maybe. So, is there anything you would like to do as I send these phoenixes flying across the screen? Hi, everybody. Is there anything that you would like to do this evening in Goodmeat? Mockingbird. I'll go around clockwise from myself.
I can't think of anything. Mockingbird would probably just talk to groupies, probably get handily drunk, which wouldn't be that hard. And then, yeah, just kind of chill out and take a nice little bit of relaxation, which he thinks he's very much earned.
Indeed. Okie doke. Gareth? You are not glowing. Have you had the happy tea here?
I'm gonna probably kick back too, but I do seem to recollect that Mockingbird said he needed to stock up on torches. So I don't know if that's still the case. But maybe we should all stock up on things we might need before we head out to our next adventure. But yeah, I'm a kick back and have some mead.
Nice.
I'm tired of all these visions in my head, visions of demigod deers. I don't know. I need a drink.
Yes. Well deserved. Okay. Thank you. Tom.
Tom is mostly going to explain what happened to the people that are most important in town.
Yes.
And he's going to, give off the promise of a contract. And
yes, tell them the good news. Olivess is delighted that you've already made start on the advice that she gave you to try and see if you could secure some contracts.
And then he'll just glad hand, go around, talk to people.
Okie doke.
Mostly in Dwarvish if he can.
Gotcha. Yes, there are several dwarves here. That bounty hunter, Hlyn, is still knocking around. Seems she's enjoying the place quite a bit.
Oh well, give her a talk. Ask her if she, how much does she enjoy the place? Does she like it more than her current home?
So you're gonna head over to her. She's got her habitual spot by the fire.
Yeah, we'll talk with her a bit.
Tom, welcome back.
Oh,
I believe this was her voice.
she's a dwarf, yeah.
Could be Madame Dustbuckle, I'm not sure.
All right, so he'll switch to Dwarvish if she's a dwarf. And
yes.
Good to see you. How have you been?
Not bad. I might be wanting to settle down a bit here,
I'm sure we can find a place.
It's just so nice, like knowing everyone that's around the spot, Back in Bryn Shander, it's such a big place, There's just all these strangers coming through all the time.
Goodmead has a good sense of community, I think. So, I think we can find a place for you here, especially someone of your skill set.
Oh, now, as I said, I'm retired.
I mean, you're retired, but you have good skills to keep around,
Well, if I could make myself useful, it's good to have something to do.
Yeah, you've got a good head on your shoulders. I mean, you took up this selfless responsibility and found us town.
Well, I'm just glad that you put a stop to those killings.
I'm glad you put us on it. There's a shame about them.
If I've heard the words going round, if you're chosen as speaker, and you're looking for some law enforcement, eh? I mean, I'll need a couple of strapping lads, and lasses to help me out.
Of course,
but,
I mean,
if you want someone with the know-how, and I can spot the bad types coming through,
It sounds like a fantastic idea, especially considering the current state of the militia.
Well, yes, they've suffered some losses.
We could really use someone of your know-how.
They're a tough bunch, and they were given courage by the way that you lot dealt with them all. Now, Yeah, they were given a proper burial as well. I joined everyone else. The whole village turned out for that.
It's good. I wish I
Cecilia,
could have been here.
don't worry, don't worry. Cecilia told us, where to look, and we retrieved the bodies. And I hope you don't mind them taking initiative, but they retrieved all the livestock from the giant's cave as well.
Oh, of course, of course. It seems like a good idea.
Aye. We didn't want them freezing to death up there. Hey, Connie.
Eat well.
As a rather handsome fellow walks by in the meeting. she hails him. Hi, Connie. How you doing? And yeah, anyone who wants to sound off in chat now here in the meat hall is the best place to do it. She can just randomly shout at people. And you carry on chatting with her. Now, whilst this is happening, Mummy, you
Yeah.
cradling your little bundle of joy.
Hello there. How are you?
Slowly coming back to life and consciousness, and becoming more active, minute by minute, and like pokes their head up and looks around. Sorry, I should do this properly. Pokes their head up and looks around. Meow. And that just snuggles down again into the feathers and blankets or whatever you've got him wrapped up in.
Oh,
Seems to be very happy.
so
where he is.
precious.
And
I'm like, a knucklehead trout for the kitty. That.
and you actually
Sorry.
you see the cat's the Tressem's hackles kind of raise up a bit, and it kind of hisses a little bit. It's like, sss. And before you've had a chance to wonder what's caused it, a sudden voice by your elbow makes you jump. Welcome back, Mummy. I trust the cloak was sufficient. And just off to the side of you, behind one of the pillars in the mead hall where the firelight casts a fairly lengthy shadow, you see the barkeep in a rare venture forth from behind the counter. Knucklehead trout, you say? At once, at once. And disappears off.
Thank you.
I like him. I like him a lot. Very approachable.
Thank you. As long as he's getting knucklehead trout for this Tressum.
Tressum. Yeah.
Tressum.
Okay, so yeah, you kind of do you gonna go and join Tuln and Hlyn over by the fire?
Yes. Where is Garo at the moment?
Garo, what are you up to at the moment?
Garo.
Yeah, just pouring more and more back. I think me and Mockingbird got into a drinking match.
Which I'm winning.
And you already won it.
Oh, really? Who's the hiccuping one? I think I can hold my own with the dwarves, so I'm sure I can drink you under the table.
Yeah, I've probably only had like 2 or 3 drinks at this point.
Oh, yeah. Lightweight bird, lightweight bird. So yeah, I think we're just getting into a drinking battle here.
Okay, doke.
Okay. Then I'll just bring the Tressum over to the fire, waiting for the knucklehead trout to come to feed it to the Tressum, and just like be petting it by the fire.
Okay, doke. Right. So you all, Mockingbird and Gareth, you're trying to outdrink each other, but you're at a table by the other two there as well.
Yeah, we're having a jolly old time.
And Hlyn You see Clint slowly kind of like dozing off by the fire and seems to fall asleep, so just leaves the four of you alone. How are we all doing?
I'm doing fine, I guess. So, where are we going?
Yeah, I was gonna say, what's up? What's up next, folks?
I was
say
hoping
we-
we could go to East Haven or Bryn Shander or something. I need more of these promissory contracts if I am to win the election.
Yeah,
I
I was
want-
thinking that too.
I want to go to Targos. There's-
Targos?
Yeah. There's something there. I forgot what. Something about thieves, maybe. But before that, I need more ale. Garo,
Oh,
can I get you around?
I don't know.
More alcohol, please.
And torches. I need torches.
Torches delivered to the table now.
Yeah, the service. Okay.
Well, I mean, Targos is kind of past Brimshander, right? So we could head to East Haven, then work our way along the east way to Brimshander, and then go to Targos.
A well
Or is there
considered proposal.
Oh, thank you. I get clear-headed surprisingly when I drink. But
So do I.
Sure.
Okay.
Mockingbird, is there urgency to go to Targos now, or can we kind of work our way to it?
No,
my.
later's fine. I just want to go.
All right, we will note that. Note that down.
Oh, okay.
Sure you're okay there, Mockingbird?
Can I get some bread? Just a small amount of bread too.
I don't have any. I
A
apologize.
loaf?
Here you are,
Can our-
Mr.
our
Mr.
dark-
Mockingbird.
Yeah.
A platter is laying on the table.
This service here is excellent. I'm just gonna grab the bread and unceremoniously just start digging into it.
Okay.
I look over to the
Alright, slow down there,
bar
buddy.
hand and thank
I smack you on the back.
them. Thank you very much.
My pleasure. Master
Right, well.
Tone, Master Tone, how are you feeling?
Great.
Everything in within operating parameters?
I mean, yes.
Splendid. We have kept the bees buzzing happily, and the mead is flowing once more.
That is excellent news. Thank you, barkeep.
You're welcome.
He's a good guy.
He's so
Yeah,
charismatic.
Yeah, I say as an aside to Tone, does he have a name, or is Shadow Bar Master? What?
Shadow bar hand.
No one has asked yet. He just showed up one day.
Everyone's afraid to ask.
Excuse me,
Alright.
bar hand. Where is my knuckle-headed trout? And by the way, what is your name?
He brings, yeah, he does bring over. It was like we were just cooking it to perfection.
Your name?
Oh, why, thank you. Knucklehead trout.
My
Maybe the
name-
drink's finally getting to me, but I'm having trouble hearing Mame.
Oh, really? We got a.
Yeah, must be the drinks.
Yeah,
Must be the drinks. Well,
drunk
the
in
bar
death.
hand is bringing knuckle-headed trout.
I knew I would win.
You know?
My name.
all my senses are still with me, but ears.
I must apologize.
I've got double vision.
I must apologize for not introducing myself sooner. My name is Durkinios.
Dorinos?
Durkinios.
Durkinios
Doritos.
Shadowcowl.
Oh. Is that a foreign name?
We are all foreigners around here.
I guess that makes
Mockingbird, you can't just go saying stuff like that. Come on now.
That is pretty rude.
sense. I apologize if
Even I know that.
Not at all, not at all. No, look,
Frank.
look, hark, up into the shadowy rafters above. You can see the signs and the images of our past, our roots, far away in the jungles and temples of Chult. And you look around and you see the carvings of fantastical jungle scenes and dinosaurs and all these jungle beasts that are the main kind of theme that runs through the decorations and the little details of all the buildings throughout Goodmead. Each of the 10 towns, and those that you've been here for a while would know, each of the 10 towns is like has the majority of their population, or has their roots from a group of settlers from a particular region. So that is often visible in the decor and the design of the buildings. Chilton architecture in a snowy expanse is quite bizarre, but hey. Hey, if you mess up, maybe Chult will see never-ending winter as well. Let's watch. So, you get your trunks, you get your introductions, and
Kind of want to mess up now.
Darkinios is kind of he feels bad, and he's like, you know, now that Tom, you are de facto in charge of the meat hall and production here, until the election at least. We should introduce everyone here. And he slides off and just melts into the crowd and off into the back of the premises, and comes out with 3 figures who are wearing. 2 of them are wearing leather aprons, and they've got their arms, their sleeves rolled up. It's pretty warm, and it's even warmer in the back where all the bees are. One of them is just in a full beekeeper's costume. Oh, I know. Have you seen the old style, like the traditional beekeepers, where it's just like this weird, like freaky-looking wicker circle?
Oh, yeah,
that they
yeah.
put on their face? They're wearing a full one of those. And nobody bats an eyelid. They've seen it before in Goodmead here, but they all come out, and there is a shorter figure who introduces herself as Mardred Garkalen. And she's like, "It's a pleasure to meet you all."
Mardred Jarkalen?
Yes, Mardred Garkalen. I work with the bees in the back. And then the other.
How are the bees?
Oh,
What's
buzzing
the
along
bees?
happily. And the next one, a much taller figure, and more slender, is an elf who, hey lazy, who introduces themselves as Adrie Autumnloft. And they come over and like, yes, it's a pleasure to meet you properly. Toln, of course, we've worked together before, and everything is going swimmingly. We are enjoying working for the good of Goodmead.
That's good.
Yes. Very. Oh, sorry. Let me help my friend with their attire, and they help this other figure take off this beekeeping outfit, and underneath you see a female tiefling who is the chief brewer, Tuln, you know, in your absence. You know, your number 2, if you will. And she is a female tiefling called Revelation Amarzian. Revelation
That's a mouthful.
Amarzian.
Amarzia.
Amarzian.
Marzian.
Amarzian, yes. And they finally get off all this beekeeping gear, and they say, "Yes, it is a pleasure to meet Master Brewer Tuln's friends properly."
Nice to meet you too.
A revelation, if you will.
That's pretty funny.
Getting in with the puns. All right.
If you'll excuse us, we must put the bees to bed.
Hmm. Yes. Go about your business.
And they all melt off into the back.
Gonna look over to Tuln.
Thank you.
Do
Izzy.
all beekeepers
Oh, yes, Amy.
whisper like that, or is that just a good meat quirk?
Let me ask you an unironic question. Do you want to work with bees?
Not particularly.
What do you? Beekeepers have their quirks. This is just a fact of life.
I have so much left to learn.
Well, if we stay here in Goodmead, I have so much left to teach you.
I want to go to Targos.
Got it.
Noted.
I guess the
Done noted
head
it.
to.
There's
Can
still
we
a
have some axe beak to pick up?
Do. Yes, Madame Dustbuckle's son has promised you 2 axe beaks for saving his life and protecting him from the vicious cold killer.
Yeah.
Cold-hearted.
But we had to.
I mean, we could always get the axe beaks, sell them for money, and keep the dogs. I am in favor of keeping dogs
Mhm.
because I am not particularly fond of axe beaks.
Olivessa is walking by with a couple of tankards off to meet some of her cronies, and she overhears you, and she's like, did you say dogs?
Yes.
What,
Yes.
which ones are you talking about?
Our dogs?
When did you get dogs?
Oh, we found them on the side of the snowy road to Dugan's Hole.
Found them. I hate to break it to you, but I think those are the ones that belong to Torga's caravan.
I think so.
We found the other
They
one.
did.
The other one came barreling into town yesterday. And you remember when you first came across the 2 dog sleds, you only managed to stop one of them, and the other one went crashing by, knocking Garo and Mame into the snow.
Oh yeah, I remember.
That one seemed to.
Yeah.
They seem to have followed the path, as they're naturally inclined to do, and they ended up in Goodmead. And she's like, "Yeah, we were counting our blessings, although a bit worried about what happened to the others. Do you know what became of Torga and her cronies?"
Unfortunately,
They died
they
horribly.
died.
Oh goodness. What was it? Is there some new threat to the town?
No, it was the giant. And then we killed the giant too.
Yeah, so now you guys got the goats and sheep because of it.
That's what Cecilia was talking about.
Hmm?
Oh, right. Oh, okay. So,
Oh yes.
poor Torga. Is
Pulls out hand.
is there out left to bury?
I believe that we burned the bodies. Is that?
All right. Yeah, that's
Whatever wasn't eaten, we burned. or if it was half eaten, we burned that.
Oh, oh, I'm sorry you had to see that. Right. Oh, well, I mean, I was thinking, and Toln, I wanted to run this by you and your friends, of course. I was thinking these sleds, you know, they're designed, and the dogs are used to hauling goods. If Goodmead could use them to deliver the mead down to the East Way, to East Haven, and then on, then we wouldn't have to rely on trading caravans anymore, and we could make the full benefit of the profits. Like,
Might be a good idea. I do need the dogs so that we can travel quickly right now.
right?
However, I do think that's a good idea. Right?
But
That's a good idea, right?
everyone?
I mean, we're kind of attached to 6 of them at least.
You can take triple IPA. Nobody likes that one.
Hey, he's great.
Oh, fighting words.
It's,
from the
and
drunkard.
it's triple distilled. It's triple distilled IPA.
See,
Now-
already his name
I
makes
think-
people fight. It's just awful.
Have you had one of those beers before?
Do I look like I've had one of those beers before?
You look like you've had 10, sir.
You look
It
like
looks
you've
like
had
you
quite a
were
few.
That's a fair
about to
point.
have one of those beers.
Now, listen. Don't worry. I mean, if you've got, you said you've got 2, right?
At the moment, yeah,
Well-
we have 2 sleds. So
All right. Well, we've got
12
one,
dogs.
and we only need 2 at tops. So if you've grown somewhat of an attachment to one of the teams, then you should be able to keep them. No bother.
And what's in it for
Well,
us
until we
besides torches?
I mean, I'm gonna be the speaker, so
Ah, that's a fair point.
Yeah,
good stuff,
if-
isn't it?
It's another feather in the cap, isn't it? Sorry, mammy. It's it's expression. Crow feather. It's another feather in the cap for you, Toln. If you've revolutionized the brewing process and the delivery process, and made the town safe, and made contacts with our neighbours and got contracts signed. I mean, you're basically you're in there already. Go on, get the seat warmed up.
It sounds good to me.
Right? Now, yeah, we'll see. I mean, due practice, we'll have to see what happens. Shanda Froth does have his friends.
It's true. He does have some friends.
So we'll see what happens. But aye, well, if you need it for now, next time you're back in town, once if you've got some other means to get yourselves around, then drop it off, and we'll make do with the one for now. Just
yeah, we might
go
be
around.
coming into some accidents, so you know.
oh right, oh yeah, those are good. Madam Dustbuckle's son came in on one of those, didn't he? I think he sells them in Bryn Shander.
Oh yeah, that's the plan, actually.
Oh, you're gonna buy some?
Oh, he owes us some.
Oh.
You know.
Oh, I didn't know he was a gambling man.
Oh, he's not.
All right.
We-
None of the people here know what happened with Torga's caravan. And,
Yeah, no. Oh, we just helped him with a problem.
Oh, well, that's your thing, innit?
Eh.
Fixes. I heard a couple of fellas over at the bar were chatting when I got these mugs. Got the mugs in. I'm going to use that expression. When I got the mugs in, a couple of the fellas over at the bar were talking, and they were saying something. Is it the Crowbar crew?
I think so.
That's another one I like in this accent. I do like saying the Crowbar crew. Grant. All right, then. Yeah. Well, here's to the Crowbar crew. These can't go flat, but I better deliver them anyway. And she bustles off to her friends. And before Mockingbird passes out into the fire and burns himself something rotten, I think, unless there's anything else.
I just had this
No,
crazy
they were
idea
good.
to have a mug club. That seems like an idea. Anyway,
Tolm for speaker. Get the mugs in.
yeah, get the mugs.
I remind myself to talk to Garo when he's less hammered.
I'm not
Yeah,
hammered.
Garo looks pretty fine. He's done
I'm
much
I'm
better.
like maybe 1.5 sheets to the wind, whereas this fool, he's like
Garo, have I told
5
you that
sheets.
you're like my best friend?
Oh, that's
Like,
Oh,
nice.
you've always been there for me, man. And
Uh,
I just wanted to like
yeah. I was
And he's
gonna
got-
say I'll remind
and
him
he's
of that
got-
tomorrow, but he ain't gonna remember nothing about tonight.
Don't think so.
out cold.
So,
Yep.
Mame, please be my guest.
Garo, so I want to ask, petting Tressum. You're part of the Flaming Fist, correct?
Sorry, what was that?
You're part of the Flaming Fist, correct?
What? Once upon a time.
You don't serve
Oh.
the Flaming Fist any longer?
We've had a pardon of the ways, pardon
Oh.
of beliefs, I guess you could say. So, I'm not, strictly speaking, still a part of them.
May I ask when you separate went about your ways? Because probably, perhaps 3 years ago, you were still in the Flaming Fist.
Yeah. The parting has been recent. There has been a change of management, and we did not exactly see eye to eye. So it's a more recent development.
So would you have been like at Camp Raven Guard, perhaps met some people?
Yeah. That was
Like, look,
my old stomping ground for a while.
um,
I
I'll
hear your
take him
feathers.
home.
Your feathers are meowing.
it's just the
little
Tresham.
gray face, yeah, like burrows up out.
Is it I think we ordered some food earlier, right? Is there like some meat or something that I could?
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there has been, yeah, Darkinius
Knuckleheaded
has
trout.
brought the knucklehead trout over, and then to like the
Oh,
minimal
yeah.
amount of exposure possible, like just the head comes out from under
Like
Mame's
the
wing.
nose, the nose.
I just like
Alright.
looked up. Let's eat this. So get some knuckle-headed trout and put it towards my feathers, towards the Tressam's mouth, and I continue. Would you happen to have known of like an expedition trying to hire guards come to the 10 towns?
Yeah. I had a friend that was my good dwarven buddy. He was part of that expedition, I believe.
Oh, really? Do you know what happened? Like, how many? Do you know what happened to them? Like, was it a big expedition, small?
Flipping through my mind Rolodex, I do not recall the size.
Okay, would you happen to have known if they were perhaps going on an expedition to explore the 10 towns for archaeological reasons, perhaps?
Yeah, that's about all I know. Like I said, my friend said he was joining up with this mission on a archaeological trip, and yeah, I haven't seen him since. So I'm actually looking for him. So, what do you know about this trip? Said trip.
They're actually part of my group before we got separated. And I've been looking for them since, but I got distracted and held up before I could start looking for them. So maybe we could help each other in some way.
How
Yeah.
serendipitous.
Yeah, we have a mutual
Hated, you might say.
necessity for each other. So yes,
Oh,
I
dear.
mean we're already a party, so it should be easy. We all have things we need to do, so we'll help each other.
Okay. I guess we should maybe
Gareth.
in the morning.
Gareth, you recall that that expedition as it left the Fort Ravengard complex, they were first going to head north. Actually, no, sorry, excuse me. They were first going to head west, out into the icy wilds there. Something about the ruins of some giant it seems, and Mama, you remember this as well. There was a lot of talk about old giant ruins and giant sites that they wanted to look into. And
You know, now that I'm thinking about it, I recall. I
Yeah.
seem to recall.
yeah, you remember that,
99.
just that bit. And you know that after they had gone to the west, they were going to come back east and go to East Haven, towards East Haven. So it was like they were either extreme of the 10 towns that they were headed towards.
All right, so there you go. I remembered something in my drunken, heightened.
Moments of clarity.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, that's wonderful. We should make post to East Haven at once in the morning after Mockingbird has woken up.
Yeah, I think that was the plan. East Haven, then Bryn Shander, then maybe Targos, because he has some reason to go there. So, yeah, we're just gonna
It
need to get him
wasn't,
some.
but it is now.
Yeah, it's
We'll
added to
just
the
say
roster.
he agreed to it.
Yeah.
As
Okay.
as you're winding down and enjoying the glow of the fire and of the mead on the inside, you see Darkinos coming over once more. My friends, in your absence, we made up a couple of the rooms to be at your disposal.
All right.
Oh.
That's mighty kind.
I believe the agreements with Speaker Kendrick before was for the house to be a temporary measure.
Yeah.
That
You
was
got good
the
ears.
plan. Yes.
Well, I think it would be much more convenient if you are close at hand. So please,
Probably.
when you are ready, ascend into the shadows.
Thank
Alright.
We'll do
you,
so at once.
Post haste. Let's.
Garo.
We'll
Mami-
pick up.
Mami
I'll pick
disappears.
up. I'll pick up a Mockingbird. Kind of grab him under the armpits, and just kind of drag him along.
surprisingly light. Oh, maybe not surprisingly.
Yeah.
Light.
Well, I'm not gonna princess carry him. I'll still keep both our dignities. So you know.
You will appreciate that when he hears about it tomorrow. Okay, so
I'll-
you head
I'll
on up,
carry this dress.
and yes, the Tressum is very reluctant to leave the fire, but more reluctant to leave the wings of
he's
our
satiated with
Gallus
trout.
friend. And you, you head on up, and you find these two rooms, again very interestingly carved with the Chiltern designs throughout. Sparsely furnished, but they have strong boxes and beds. Two single beds in a pair of rooms, so you can separate as you would like.
I mean, I'll throw Mockingbird on the bed, I guess, and I'll go on the other bed.
And because you're up above the hives and the mead hall itself, like there's no fireplace in the room, but the whole thing it's like a Korean heated floor, like in South Korea, and just the warmth is coming up from underneath and warms the chamber.
Nice.
Okay, and you all make your way to bed, and thankfully rest after the ordeal of the last couple of days. And outside, there's an occasional bundled up figure making their way home. They don't have guards, on duty or anything like that. Let's say, just everyone just shutters up the doors and everything. You see Cecilia Whitebuckle accompanying Madame Duskbuckle home, and she's like, "Right, well, you sleep well, Madame Duskbuckle, all right, and you you make sure that you know, you keep the place warm. You know, and I know you were keeping it nice and cozy for your son, but now he's gone. You got to keep it nice and warm, all right? Don't be putting up with anything. Madame Dustbuckle's like, hey, you watch your mouth, you young whippersnapper. I was wrangling axe beaks when you were still suckling. And she's like, yes, I was, yes, well done. And she's like, well, good night. She goes back to that house that you visited Mockingbirds to buy the trapping gear, and closes up and disappears inside. And after a short while, the lantern light goes out, and Madame Dustbuckle's inside her spot, just, you know, pottering about the place. Puts another couple of logs on the fire, and sets a chair up there. A big comfy armchair with you know, blankets and stuff there that she sleeps in. She doesn't really sleep in a bed, just sits by the fire, and she kind of settles down and sinks into the soft leathers and the comfy armchair, covers herself up with the blankets. But then her head pricks up. She hears voices outside, and she looks curious. She's like, oh. Don't know. Who's that shuffling around? And she stands up and she goes over to the window and just opens the shutter just a crack. And out on the street she sees a diminutive bearded figure with an axe slung across one shoulder. And flapping in the air in front of him, trying to fight against the wind and not be buffeted around, is a flying snake. And the dwarven figure addresses the snake. Now, you get that message delivered as quickly as you can. Don't know what the bloody hell's going on, but seems Olivus is not running anymore. That tall fella is. Now, you tell your master, I'll do what I can, and I will still try and get the seat as speaker. But measures might need to be taken. He turns and stomps off towards the house that he shares with various other loggers, and the snake writhes and flaps its wings and disappears off to the northwest. Madame Dustbuckle's like, oh, sounds like Tull might be in a spot of bother. I'll have to tell him over porridge tomorrow. She goes back to her chair, settles down. And the night passes. I don't think any of you need the benefits of a long rest, but it's there for the taking, just in case. Apart from sleeping off the drink. You didn't get yourself into any scrapes the last day. And you wake up and find yourself awake in the warm interior. Like last time when you were in the house and everyone was sleeping, someone had to wake up and brace themselves against the cold and get the fire lit and try and get some warmth into the room. But over here above the mead hall, from like first thing in the morning, even though it's still pitch dark, with the unnatural darkness brought on by the winter, the warmth of the mead hall below you is ever present. It's a much nicer place to wake up. And you can head your way down.
You all right there, Mockingbird?
Yeah. I need
Need to
some
get
coffee.
you some, yeah. Or the hair of the dog?
Hair or something. I feel like death.
I mean, you don't look too good either, but
Thank you.
We'll get you
Thank you.
fixed up.
Thank you.
Ah, Master Mockingbird, might I suggest? And Darkanius holds up a small, it almost looks like a conical flask. It has like a slightly pinkish liquid inside. Please. I have been observing drinkers for quite some time, and this, I think, will do the trick.
Shadowy
Take
hangover
it.
cure.
If it's poison, it could only help. Ah,
Take
ugh,
it back.
what is that?
Roll me a Constitution saving throw, please.
I
Yoink.
smack you on the back again. You okay? Ooh.
That's a 9.
A 9. Okay. You don't throw up or anything like that, but it gives you this spike of pain in your mind, which starts to flood through your whole head, overtaking the throbbing that you'd had from the hangover, and then it gets to that one point. That one point you felt before, and there's like a boom,
Oh god, this is it.
and it dissipates, and you are completely sober
Ugh.
and unhungover. I trust that was what you were looking for.
A bit more painful than I expected, but yeah. That actually worked.
I apologize. I shall go back to the drawing board.
I would suggest it, yeah. I genuinely did think I was going to die there for a second. But
Oh.
thank you. Thank you.
All's well that ends well?
Does that take all of the symptoms of your hangover and force it into a very small amount of time? Is that the idea?
I think by the feel of it, it forces it into a small brain aneurysm. And then
There was a certain
dissipates.
catalytic effect that I was looking for. Yes, yes.
Oh, okay.
Speed up the reaction.
Tom takes his slightly different colored drink and then puts it back into his pocket.
And Tom, you do notice that Darkinios is actually is like talking in slightly alchemical terms here. Must be the cocktail waiter in him.
Yeah, it must be.
Do you
okay.
sell any of that to go, good sir?
I'm afraid it was a experimental concoction.
Fair enough.
You're a guinea pig. Guinea pig. All right.
We
I definitely
appreciate
feel like one.
We appreciate your volunteering for the test.
Yeah. Maybe tell people it's a test beforehand, but I do appreciate it. Thank you very much, shadowy man whose name I cannot remember.
Darkinios Shadow Cowl.
Dark and Shadow Coward. Okay, thank you. Thank you very
Yes.
much.
It is a pleasure. Oh, and here are your torches. You left them under your chair last night.
I bought torches?
Hey, it's
So nice.
but Garo ended up with a tattoo, so you do.
I mean, yeah, worse things can go down when
Not
you're
last
that
night,
drunk.
but- Worse things? I don't. Come on. You were blessed by Thrune. Thrune's chosen.
Yeah, we're still waiting to see the outcome of that. Sounds like it's gonna be quite the journey. So, is it a blessing? Blessing?
Anyway, last night we said we were going to go to East Haven, Bryn Shander, and then Targos, yes?
Yes.
Yeah?
Mockingbird
Sounds
doesn't
good.
remember, sure.
Yeah, it
Anyway.
sounds like something I'd agree to.
I suppose that we should eat some food. Well, you should eat some food, I guess. Then we can leave.
That sounds great to me. Sounds fantastic
Yeah,
to
it's
me.
tuck into some porridge.
How is the Tressum, by the way? Is it like walking around? Am I still holding it?
It's hard still, as Josh correctly remembered last week. This is a very, very lazy animal.
There's a cat.
So it's alive and well. And it's like,
I mean,
and every time you try and like remove it from under your wing, it like complains bitterly.
yeah. It's not gonna leave the warmth, man.
If I remember correctly, it would not only complain bitterly, but it's also too lazy to do anything about it.
It's like a paw
Just
without its claws, out, just like
I'm not happy about it. However, I'm not going to stop you.
But it does, as you're having difficulty walking with it, it does begrudgingly kind of like come out from under your wing and like stretch its own wings out a little, and then takes to the air. It seems the ocean air has done it wonders, Josh.
Oh dear.
And Bon Jovi and the other dogs await.
All right.
No dust buckle?
Hayden.
Thank you. Yes, as you're
I was gonna say,
as you're
let's get some
harnessing up the dogs.
forage.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, as you're harnessing up the dogs. Sorry. Yes, indeed. Madame Dustbuckle does come. Crab walking over, saying, "Hey, morning,
Oh!
morning,
Madam Dustbuckle.
Pleasure. I hope you all slept well in your new digs.
Yeah,
quite
well,
toasty.
enough, I suppose.
Are you doing Mockingbird? Are you all right, eh? Hey.
I feel like I slept on a bed, which is definitely a plus.
Look it up.
Yeah.
Now, Talon, have you got a moment while they're fixing the dogs?
Oh, yes, I do.
Come here. Say, look, I can't thank you enough. Everything you did for my little boy, and for good meat in general, and for what it seems you might be able to do for us in the future. But I can go some way to repay that.
Oh. Oh, that's unnecessary, Madam Dustbuckle. You've given the community so much in your many years.
It's more I can do for you specifically.
Oh.
Ooh.
In this runoff for speaker, it's you against that logger Shanda.
Yeah. Yes.
Well, I think you've heard from Olivessa, and I'm with her and her lot, to be honest. There's something about him. It's just I don't know. I get the feeling he's a bad sort.
I mean, probably.
And of course, it was outside, so I can't be 100% certain, but I'm pretty sure I saw him last night. And I'm sorry if this sounds funny, but he was talking, and he was talking to a flying snake.
A flying snake?
Aye. Like what our ancestors used to talk about down in Schultz.
That's really weird.
And he was talking about the election and talking about how you'd stepped in instead of Olivessa, and he was talking about how if he wasn't able to look like he was going to win the election, that you might try some funny business.
Oh dear.
Now, I've grown quite fond of you big bucket of bolts, and I don't want you to come to pieces,
Do we all hear this, or is it just Tom?
Yeah, he took him aside.
Well, that's quite unfortunate.
Just watch yourself, all right?
Well, fortunately, I have my new crew as it was. So
The crowbar crew, isn't it?
uh,
That's a
I
grand
think
name. I like
that's
it.
what people are saying. I have a crowbar. They have a crowbar. It works.
I've got somewhere. I thought I might dig it out.
Oh, you should join us.
Ah,
You'd be
yeah.
a fantastic adventurer.
Oh no. Those days are gone. Those days are gone. But anytime you're back in town, do look us up, eh?
Oh yes.
Now, like I said, watch yourself, and just make sure you don't fall foul to anything silly, eh?
Well, I don't even know if what kills me. I'm a robot, so we'll see.
Well, if I went at you with my crowbar, I don't think you'd last 2 rounds.
I would die of fright.
You watch yourself, Sonny.
See you next time, Madam Dustbuckle.
Aye. So, are you all set?
Toln will come back and go, well, let's depart. We can talk on the road and
Okay.
stuff.
Mush.
Okay. Much to
I'll
easy
go with
then.
my friend Mame. So,
So what were you?
Shander Froth might want to kill me.
What?
Eh?
Excuse me?
Yeah. Apparently he's friends with a tiny flying snake. And yes, it looks like that.
Yay.
And apparently, Shander Froth said if he can't win the election, he will just try funny business. Dustbuckle said, which I think is code for try to kill me. But
That logger?
yeah,
Was Dustbuckle hitting the mead last night, or?
no, she
No, I was
doesn't drink very hard anymore. Not after the incident.
Not since the tragedy.
I want to hear that story, yeah?
She
Not an
went
interesting
running
story.
out
She
into
just
the snow, dude.
passed out.
There used to be 200 people in Goodmead.
Before Dustbuckle showed up.
Before Dustbuckle brought the crowbar out.
Well, I mean, we're leaving him behind in Goodmead, so hopefully that problem stays there until you return and can deal with it then.
I hope so. I don't want to be hit with an axe. That
I-
would
I-
suck.
I talked to him a few times. He didn't seem outright friendly, but he didn't quite seem like the man who was capable or willing to do something like that.
You never know what a man is capable of until he loses an election for speaker.
I guess that's true. I have a lot to learn in politics.
Yeah, some people really hate losing elections, man. They just don't want to accept it.
I can only imagine.
Hopefully he doesn't coup. But anyways, East Haven Ho.
Sorry to keep asking this, but where is the Tressum?
Snuggled in the blankets and things on the sled. Because you're driving, aren't you?
Yes.
Yeah, right. You and Garo are driving the 2 sleds. So
Yeah.
I mean, if Mockingbird or Toln is offering a spot, they would be more than happy. Ooh, look at me being
I would.
remiss. Toln,
Yes,
roll me a d6, please.
of course. A 4.
Okay, thank you. yes, if one of you wants to offer a place to hide away from the cold and the snow,
I'm literally made of metal.
right? Mockingbird. The Tressum comes looking hopefully towards you.
Not much of a cat person, but I'll like put out my hand.
Meow.
Good enough. Okay.
Okay, so yeah, they do that thing where they spin around a couple of times on your lap and then plump down, wrap their wings. It's surprisingly warm with the wings and everything. So yeah.
Mutual warmth.
Indeed. Okay, was there anything else you wanted to talk about
Dismember for
before
our
we get to East Haven?
I mean, what are we gonna do there? I know you're trying to get contracts. Anything else we need to do in East
Oh,
Haven?
Well, you're looking
we're
for
looking
your
for
friends,
our.
Viv.
Yeah.
Yeah, but went
Oh.
they to the west? But
We don't know if
Maybe
they've
they
made it
might
here
have
yet or
been.
not.
yeah,
We could try looking for them.
yeah. Ask around. But there's nothing else of particular note yet that we need to do in East Haven, correct? All
I
right.
guess we'll find out soon.
Okey-doke.
Yeah.
I can bring you on over there. East Haven. East Haven. Ba-bum. Now, East Haven is one of the larger cities, or towns. Sorry, the three ones there, Targos, Brinchander, and East Haven, are pretty big. And as you approach, you see it's spread out before you. Excuse me, stream. I may roll 20. Launches into action. My roll 20 is slower than the Tressum. There we go. Call it out enough, and it will. So, this is this is East Haven. Yeah. See if I can get that last bit there. There we go. And as you can see, much bigger than the two places that we have seen so far. And let's see what you would know about this.
It's an actual city.
Yeah, close on. Close as we'll get. So yes, you know that there are close on 800 people in this town. Yeah, and Mockingbird and Toln and Garo, I'd say, you know that the speaker is a human called Daneth Whalen, and they are respected for being, they're respected for their humility and forthrightness. And Garo, you know with your background that the leader of the militia is a good elf, a half elf called Captain Arlagath.
Yeah, that rings a bell.
And let's have a look here. I have a picture to show you of this lovely town. Here we go.
Ooh,
So,
Ah, there we go.
very nice.
Yes. With the, this is a bit later in the day with the aurora over the top. But, yes, this is... Dread, hiya! You alright? Sorry, excuse me. Someone Someone whisks by on a sled in the other direction. Congrats on the one shot this morning. It was great over on Dax. So you you are approaching the town of East Haven. You see these tall, tall conical roofs, reaching up, to keep the snow off them, and you make your way, sliding into town on your dog sleds, and as you do, it's clear that this is a much bigger place already, right? There's much more torchlight and things. But from somewhere further into the buildings, you can hear a great deal of sound. It sounds like a very large group has gathered somewhere inside the town. What would you like to do?
Oh, this could
We
be
should head to
interesting.
where we should head to where the party is. If it's a party.
Wow, such a big town.
I need to run some errands, but we can check this out first.
Let's go. This is my first time in such a big village in 10 towns. Big town and 10 towns. Much bigger than Dugan's Hole and Goodmead.
Okay, sorry. As much as I love this picture, I'm going to get it out the way for a moment. Yeah. Let's put it up in the corner here. Out of the way. And yes, as you slide into town, as I say, you can hear this large group of people. And Mockingbird, you've visited East Haven before, absolutely. And,
Yeah, quite a few times.
Right. So you are aware of where some things are. So let me pop some key points on the map here. Over yonder, we have. Let's see. The town hall. So no, that picture is still in the way. It still managed to be in the way. Alright. Over there instead. Okay, so there's the town hall there, and a couple of you're coming in on the east way here. Show you. Boom. There we go. And you know that if you want to get your dogs in shelter and looked after, there's stables here which have horses, axe beaks, and dogs able to be accommodated there. Up on the top here, this is the lake shore up here. Mockingbird, that back in happier times, there was a ferry that was very popular here that used to run up north to the other towns that are up there instead of the long, arduous land journey. It was faster to go across the lake when it's not frozen. But since the winter has been in, that side of things has been completely out of business, and it to be just frozen solid there. But the ferry is there still. And there are a couple of places that would offer accommodation. There's the White Lady Inn in the west here, and then up in the northeast we have the Wet Trout, which is the other
That's a lot like that.
spot. Now let me zoom out a bit here so we can get a bit more of a view for everyone here. There we go. How's that looking? That's
Okay.
hidden by the Christmas decorations. Hang on. There we go. So, you find yourselves coming into town here. Now, are you going to get the are you going to get the dogs put away, or are you going to investigate this commotion?
Let's quickly stable them up. And
Yeah,
then
if we plan to stay, we'll want to put these dogs on the stables
We'll,
on the
yep.
right.
I can give the stable master a tip for the inconvenience of having him take care of most of the stabling business.
Okay.
Yes.
Sure.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Okay, look.
Now,
So-
what direction is the commotion coming from? Just down
It's from
towards
the town
hall?
Yes, it seems to be in front of the town hall. Everyone seems to be gathered there.
Okay. And I've never seen something like this before, or is this like a common East Haven occurrence?
You have not heard anything like this before, no?
Okay. Well, this is quite unusual, so let's get these dogs tied up and go see what's going on.
Okay, so yeah, you steer the sleds through the streets, and it seems fairly deserted for how much noise is going on in the far distance. And you actually see in the distance a couple of people running in that direction, eagerly, not in a panicked way or anything. And you quickly head over to the stables there, and there's a stable hand looking very antsy. They're like and there's like look, they're really pissed off that they're having to stay behind.
Oh, what's going on?
Oh, good day. You're looking to get the dogs in?
Yeah.
Yeah, bring them in.
Yes,
bring them
sir.
in. What's going on?
Yeah. Why is everyone so excited?
What's going on in the town hall?
Well, it's not going to do me much good, is it? I don't get to see out. I've got to stay over here and look after all the dogs and axe beaks and horses.
Well, what is it?
What don't you get to see?
Oh, only our first execution in God knows how long.
Oh dear.
Oh,
For what?
And it's a public burning.
Oh dear.
I was going to warm my hands up.
what did they do?
I don't really know. I just the word went round town that the speaker was going to have this done. You know. Come on, get him in. You'll miss it. At least
All right.
go in my stead.
All right.
Yeah.
Pay when
Hand 'em over the
we
dogs.
finish, I suppose. Thank you.
And he takes them in and he asks for 5 silver.
I give him 6.
He said, "Oh, appreciate it. For my woes." And you leave the dogs, and you see him. He's busying away. He's like, "Oh, these are good boys. Hello, good. Hello. Oh, this almost makes it worth it. Oh, look at you. Hello."
Yeah, take good care. See you.
And so
I
you.
like it when you think.
Okay, let's
Alright,
head
we'll
over
just probably
to
head on
town
over
hall.
as quick as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, as you're walking through the streets here and getting a proper look at it, well, you're not, like dashing along on the sleds. Walking into East Haven and through East Haven streets is like stepping into Icewind Dale's past. It's a living example of the boom town life that gripped this whole area back, when it first was settled, and all the local industries and the logging and the knucklehead trout and the scrimshaw and everything was all put together and created this booming trade as the whole area got going and got set up. And this is centuries ago, but whereas all of the other towns have kind of settled into themselves and got stuck in their ways, and they're dealing with the various industries and stuff that they deal with. East Haven has continued to grow and just reinvent itself over and over again. And then the Eastway was paved, so this town itself became the frontier traders' paradise, which made it quite the jealous neighbor to the other towns around it as it got bigger and bigger. Mockingbird, you had heard that the founders of this place were actually a bunch of thieves from the Duchy of Cape Valen, far to the south, and they had the story goes that they had refused to bow down to the local thieves guild, and they were driven out. And you remember from your time here, and you warn your friends that this past is still somewhat felt on the streets of East Haven, because within the town limits, pickpocketing is completely legal. So there are various signs posted in the establishments around town that you remember that say, watch thy pouch. So you...
Over to
your
Mame
friends.
and possibly Gato. You
Yeah.
might want to tuck your coin purses a little bit more securely than you would anywhere else.
Okay, I
Yep.
put my coin purse.
Took mine inside, like the first rung of my armor.
Yeah, I'm gonna put mine safely with my family jewels. So
Also, if somebody's is unsecure, feel free to take it.
I'm good.
Okay, I tighten my cloak further to cover all my feathers.
Pistachios.
Anyone?
Oh.
Oh,
That guy travels all over the place. I've heard him in Waterdeep, Baldur's Gate.
Real entrepreneur.
Might be his twins.
All right, so we're just sprinting through the street, right? Do we see the crowd yet, or do we see, I don't know, an execution going on?
You are
I'm excited.
running over in that direction, and
Sweet.
as you make your way through the town streets here, and you find your way to the town hall, as you get closer, you start to hear what's going on. Now, you round the corner, and you see that a massive crowd. Things escape. A massive crowd has gathered in front of the town hall to watch. And you talk to a couple of people going by, running by, stragglers coming into the square. You find out that they're all gathering to watch the public execution of someone called Zan, who was apparently a human wizard, who, despite efforts to disguise himself, was recognized and arrested for crimes that he has inflicted upon the Dale folk of 10 Towns. And as you approach and kind of shoulder your way a bit forwards towards the front, with Tolm helping out there, I think, and thank you, Connie. As you make your way through and get a better view of this, you see that he has been bound to a stake and gagged, and that members of the militia are using torches to light straw that's tucked around his feet. And fanned by the wind that's constantly just whistling through 10 Towns, the fire catches quickly. The wizard, Zan, does not struggle or scream, and he is quickly engulfed in the flames. And you find yourself jostled and pushed a bit as the bundled up spectators move closer to feel the warmth.
I'm going to scout for anybody that can be pickpocketed nearby.
I'm just gonna make sure I don't get pickpocketed.
Give me a perception check.
Yeah.
You monster.
Man,
Wait, perception? Ooh, perception's not great. 8. Darn.
Okay. It seems the locals are wise to the dangers of being about with your valuables in the town, and certainly in a crowd such as this, they're all very, very careful about what's going on.
Fine, I'll look at the burning wizard.
Mame.
I'll observe the crowd to see if there's anyone strange or peculiar, like that's seems out of place.
Okay.
And
And actually, do
Over
we
that.
see the speaker here?
yeah.
Give I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think if you would recognize them. Yeah, the way everyone has to bundle up, even
Why
with
not?
the fire. I think that's it's basically impossible to tell that who's who.
Okay.
I'm afraid.
Okay. I'll just make sure I don't get pickpocketed and just secure my pouch and my
Indeed.
cloak.
Indeed.
Do are people paying attention to anybody around them at all?
It's again difficult to tell. I mean, everyone's just like focused on the fire, but they are aware of their surroundings. It seems, just as a general.
I
Yeah.
I know you gained some new skills. Do you think you can, shoot him?
Shoot.
What?
Are you sneaky enough? Can you?
Are you trying to mercy kill him?
I mean, burning is not a good way to go. That's all
No,
I'm
it's
saying.
not.
It looks like he probably deserved it,
I don't know if he deserves
judging
it.
by the frantic mob.
He
They
doesn't
tend to
seem
be a
too
level-headed
troubled.
folk.
Mama is just like, how does the burning man? How does he look? Is he burning up still? Is he screaming at all? Has the
Yeah,
fire
like,
caught up to
no,
him?
it's actually quite spooky how he's not seeming to react at all.
Quite
Is he already
stoic.
dead?
Just wait. I've never met this guy before. Is he like? How is his name spelled?
The wizard? No.
It was Zahn is his name.
Zahn. It's
Yeah.
it's got there's a silent D at the start.
Ah, okay.
It's DZ. Sorry, just a moment. DZAAN.
Okay.
Please.
Alright, then we'll get there. Okay.
I'm gonna like nudge somebody near me and ask what's going like why he deserved it. Mame, continue.
I'll just like stay back and listen to what they say.
Excuse me, sir. What exactly is the reason for this?
You approach a figure bedecked in a tailored coat and a fur hat. She turns and says, "Sir, who are you calling
Ma'am.
sir?"
Ma'am, you had a very fine hat and coat on. I could not tell at first glance. Could you please tell me what's going on? We're fresh into the city. It's been quite a while since I've left, and I don't remember such proceedings going on.
Yes, well, my agents were fortunate enough to discover this wanted fugitive trying to hide out in our city. And we, and the fine actions of the speaker, were quick to act.
An agent of what?
My
I'm gonna
agents?
act-
My
for
agents of the
pride.
militia. Oh, I apologize. My name is Arlagath, and you see it is the half-elf captain of the militia.
Pleasure to meet you.
Yes.
What exactly? What kind of group was he within?
This one?
Yeah.
I know not who he was working with. I hope that it's not going to be more of a problem, but this one, Zahn he was called, he coldly murdered adventurers who had aided the people of Icewind Dale in the past.
I see.
Oh, don't get us wrong, this is not an act of vengeance against him and for the murders. This is a message for anyone that would even think of doing the same.
I completely understand. Were it an act of vengeance, I'd say you'd have the full authority to do so.
He is paying for his crimes.
And that he should. And I'll just kind of nod my head and then go inform the others what I heard.
And she reaches past you, as you do that, and she slaps away like a little kid's hand that was like reaching up. She's like, "Really? Right in front of me."
A small
Watch.
kid's hand?
Yeah, kid was going for your pouch. She's like, "Watch thy pouch, sir. Watch thy pouch."
I will do so. It's been quite some
Got
time,
him
as I
yelling.
said. And I'll just kind of wink at the kid and then go turn back to the others.
Yeah.
And I'll let you guys know what I just heard.
Oh,
Seems he killed a few folk.
I see.
it's just quite unnerving, regardless.
I'll go more forward to, if I can, to observe, like, to see if I recognize the man. No, I can't.
The figure being burnt.
I guess I can't. Okay.
Give me a perception check.
Okay. Perception.
Sorry.
8.
No, you were kept from getting nearer enough to see by the group, the people huddling around, and the flames are already starting to die down, as the figure, the fire consumes all the fuel and everything quickly, and as it does, everyone just kind of starts to walk away, talking to each other, and start to disperse out from in front of the town hall and back throughout the streets.
Did I ever meet the speaker or before while I was here? Do I know anything of him? Does
You
this seem like
wouldn't-
his usual MO or?
You wouldn't have spoken to him directly, no. But you, I mean, he's a decent bloke,
This doesn't quite seem like the speaker's MO, or really the MO of this town. I don't quite.
No, I
Things have
think.
changed since last
No,
I've been here.
I think you would know. Justice would take a kind of this kind of harsh action on murderers.
But I've never seen a public execution here before.
I mean there have been executions.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Just not so
Mm,
heinous.
Yeah.
okay, fair enough. Well, at least they've gotten more grisly. Oh well.
As you're talking to the others, the captain comes back over to you, Mockingbird, and she's like, no, that's dealt with. You said you were from out of town. Might I ask where you're from?
My friends and I were just recently traveling to Goodmead and Dugan's Hole.
And
Oh.
where do you hail from?
Quite,
All over,
quite
really.
around. We're sort of an unlikely group.
Are we just going to continue avoiding the question, or should I just leave?
I'm originally from Gauntlgram, but I'm from Goodmead, I guess.
I see.
I'm running for Speaker of Goodmead, actually.
Really? Ah, yes. We'd heard the news about the previous speaker, Reelsborough.
Yeah, he was a good man.
Was.
Yes, indeed.
Well, all the best.
Actually, as I'm running for Speaker, I was wondering, could you direct me towards the Speaker of this city?
They are within the town hall.
Ah.
I will take you there. Yes, if I may finish talking to your friends here. You, sir, where do you hail from?
Oh, me?
Yes.
Yeah, I was holed up in Ramshander for quite a while, working for the militia there.
Really?
So, yes, I
Oh,
have
with the militia, or
heard
were you down at the
with
fort?
with the flaming fists. So.
Oh, I see. A fine body of men and women, of course.
Of course. So I've heard tale of your deeds here too. So.
Oh, we try and
I-
run a tight ship. Yes.
Hmm?
And you, sir?
That's what I've heard.
that me or Mame? Sorry, I kind of cut out there for me.
You, Mockingbird. Yeah.
Okay. I'm from the Ten Towns.
Oh, which do you hail from?
A bit of a nomad myself, but say originally from Targos.
Really? Hmm. And, um, Mockingbird, do you remember this is the first place you found, eh?
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Just double checking.
yeah. Yeah.
And you?
Oh, I'm from, down south, but from the Farron region,
From where, sorry?
I believe. Farron? God, can't read this.
Faerun is the whole thing, my dear. Do you hail from Humblewood itself?
Yes,
Huh.
I do. When I come up north to as an archaeologist to explore the ruins or anything.
Ah. Well, this is a fine place to stock up on any supplies you would need. Please do patronize the shops.
Will, thank you.
Thank you,
Speak-
and I hope you
Speaking
have
of
a.
archaeology, has a band of maybe archaeologists come through recently?
Oh, an archaeological expedition. I think I think there was one a few years ago. Nothing recently. No, no. Please do inquire in the town hall. I'm sure they have records.
Okay.
Thank you kindly.
Thank you.
Now, you, my heavily armored friends, that must be
Yes.
terribly uncomfortable. How do you not freeze in all that?
It's incredibly complicated, but the long and short of it is, it's kind of just part of my body.
Parts of your body.
Yeah, I don't really understand it myself, but that's the truth. You just try to take it off. Do your best.
No, I'll take you at your word. Thank you. Well, I will. Yes. You said something about wanting to make connections with the city.
Yes, I would love to expand the trade between good mead and this great city.
She kind of casts a shrewd eye over you. You look like more than politicians.
Some days.
I wonder if you're looking to make a good impression.
I love making good impressions.
Get the ear of the speaker, then maybe you could help us with something.
Well, we've helped out quite a few towns. What is it that needs doing
Really?
here?
Who have you helped already?
As I said previously, Good Mead and Dugan's Hole.
They are insignificant.
We're
Now,
fixers.
oh, splendid. Well, maybe
Ow.
you'll be able to help us with our problem. 4 fishers recently went missing on Lac de Shear a 10-day ago. The coastline of the lake is very difficult to sail along because of the ice flows, but the clever fishers prefer it. There are a few competing groups out there from the other towns across the lake, Caer Danaval and Caer Conig. We're looking for someone to scout up the coastline, try and find head or tail of them.
Well, we could be persuaded to do that. This would not come free, as it were. How much are you offering?
I'm not authorized to give one, I'm afraid, but I have a couple of items that wizard left behind, if you'd be interested.
Take, for example,
He had some spell scroll or other, and some some magical bag. I'm not sure. It's not my my thing. But I'm sure they're highly valuable, if not useful, to yourself.
I've read of these sorts of things. I think we should do it.
Yes, let's go.
Fair enough. Who do you suggest we speak to?
Well, if it depends. How are you going to proceed on foot up the lake shore or by boat?
Well, we have some dogs. We were just gonna probably take the dogs up the lake shore.
Oh, I'm afraid the shoreline is very very craggy and there are a number of cliffs. I
Oh,
would
dear.
recommend looking from the water.
Oh, do we have some snowy shoes? Or are we saying get a boat?
Yes, indeed.
Who
If
should we
the-
talk to?
If the fishers have gone missing, it would have been in a spot where they were able to access with their own boat. So
I don't much like water, but we have already agreed to do this.
Is there somebody here who would let us rent their boat? Or
Oh,
who should we speak to?
if you are assisting us and helping us out with our problem here, then we will be able to acquisition one for you.
Fantastic. Yeah, I think we can agree to that.
Splendid.
First, what time is it about right now? Is it
Lunchtime-ish.
okay?
When
I'm
did they
gonna-
disappear?
Yeah.
A 10-day ago.
Oh, that's right. You did say that.
Yes. I'm afraid it might be just a retrieval of bodies or any gear they left behind. Whatever fate befell them.
All right, so we want to talk to the speaker first and then come back and get the boat situated.
I believe that it may be best to go with a good impression. Why don't we go now?
Splendid.
Get this taken
Okay.
care of.
People of action. I like that.
Okay. Yeah, I'll wait on that. Okay. Yeah. Then I will, I guess, prepare to. Wait, no, she didn't tell us where to get the boat. Which boat can we use?
She's like, I
Excuse me,
will escort you myself. Please. This way. And she starts, clipping, her boots clicking on the cobbles across the square in front of the town hall here. She's like, yes, please come this way. We will head over to the angler docks where the fishing boats are kept. I'm afraid you'll have to take it over the ice first and then into the water. A single-masted skiff should be enough, or just a rowboat if it's just the four of you. Maybe a rowboat will be easier to handle if you're not experienced in such things.
Perhaps it's best.
Will you be okay in this dim light condition?
I mean, all of us are good except for one, so yeah.
We'll be fine.
I'm afraid this is as bright as it'll get.
We're aware. Yeah, we'll be fine. Now, could you, I guess, mark on our map or tell us in what general direction or area that these folk went missing?
I will. Yes. She. Sorry. Okay. Yes. She shows you where to head. On the map that you have. And shows you the area that they would go. She's like, yes, I'm afraid only the toughest fishers head out, trying to get the knucklehead trouts. But you have to take your boats across the ice and then go out into the open water and wait hours at a time. Sometimes I'm afraid quite a lot of the fishers take alcoholic beverages to stave off the cold, and I fear that these four anglers might have partaken of a little too much, shall we say.
Hmm. And there's nothing else that you can tell us about what might have befell these folk. And as I ask this, I'm going to use detect thoughts.
Okay. So, what was the question you asked her again?
She has no other information or kind of inkling as to what might have kind of befallen the missing. What might have happened to them?
She.
Whoops, that is a freaking word wall.
Whoa. Yes.
Yikes.
All
I did
of
not
the
mean to click
information.
that. My bad.
No problem, no problem. She feels a certain amount of trepidation. She doesn't seem that she's optimistic that that they can be saved. She thinks they've probably fallen fallen foul of the conditions. Like I say, it's been a 10 days, so it's quite a long time. So she, you can feel that she's not optimistic at all, but she needs. You can feel that she hates loose ends, and she needs something. She needs
Wait,
something to.
You said a 10-day? I thought they went missing day before.
No,
Or was that
it's been a 10-day.
10-day? Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
cool. All right. All right. Well, thank you for the vessel. We'll see if we can find anything.
I hope so. And report back as soon as you can.
Of course. Where can we find you?
Again, inquire at the town hall.
We'll do.
It's the focus of all operations here.
All right, and I'll turn back to the crew. Have any of you ever been on a boat before?
Nope.
Yeah, a few times.
I don't recall.
Okay. And then, yeah, I guess just get ready.
Okay. And you manhandle this boat onto the ice and send it sliding across with the oars tucked inside. And it takes quite some time before you find your way out towards where it starts to get a little thinner and you're becoming slightly concerned. And most of you decide to actually get in and stay in the boat. And I think Mockingbird, you probably stay out pushing because you're the lightest.
Yeah,
and then
jump in quickly.
right at the very end, you just hear, and then as the edge of the ice gives. And can you just give me a acrobatics check?
Oh, Christ. All right. I think that's one of my good ones. God, I have not rolled well today. It's 12.
12. Okay. You manage to escape. You just your shoes get a bit wet, but doesn't go up and over, and not into the interior of the shoes, which have been very uncomfortable and possibly slightly dangerous. And you nimbly manage to jump up as the ice breaks and vault over into the boats. And who is on the oars?
I mean, me, obviously.
Okay, so Garo, you are on the oars, heaving and pulling the craft through the waves.
Yo ho ho.
And the rest of you, what are you doing?
Keeping an eye out.
By the way, what happened to the Tressum? Do we leave it in town with the dog?
I knew you were gonna
Jeez.
You feel a stirring under your wing. Batman is like, meow.
Damn it. I hear.
every time you think about it, meow. It just knows.
I'll just be sitting on the boat, just like, how did I let this happen?
I wonder what these towns did before our group joined. Seems like everywhere we go, there's just some pressing issue.
They got a different
They have so
adventurer.
many problems.
Apparently that wizard
Yeah.
killed the last lot.
Ah,
And Thrun had mentioned, and it does seem like, and your reward in Goodmead was from a bunch of dead adventurers. Sorry, Josh, did I tell you what that was?
I'm
Probably.
sorry. No, you did not.
The boots. Do you remember the boots?
I do.
Yeah, apologies. Let me just quickly get that for you. What I remember.
I did not.
Dugan's Hole. There we go. That was a pair of boots of the Winterlands.
Oh, I don't need that at all.
No, but someone else would be very happy to have them, I think.
Mm.
what do
So,
what
yeah.
do boots of the Winterlands do?
Yeah,
So let's,
they give you resistance to cold damage.
yes, flashback time. So we're
We're
back in good.
Hey!
We're back in Goodmead.
Hey, Gabby.
Um,
On the same page.
Who do I think should get these the most? Yeah.
I sure go.
No, I think the best person to get this might be my man, the mocking bird dude.
Mockingbird
I do not like the cold. Ooh.
And after sleeping near them, he takes you aside before we left Goodmead and goes, so I have these boots.
I noticed they look quite dashing on you.
Well, I don't really need them.
They really do bring out your eyes, though.
They do. However, I've been looking at these boots and I have a good idea of what they do. I think that you would feel much warmer if you wore these.
They do look well insulated. And I look down to my boots, which are pretty worn and cruddy.
So basically, there are cleats on the bottom of these things, right? And he points at them and goes,
Mhm.
I don't think you'd have any problem with like ice or snow or anything like that if you used these. And, I tend to like stay in the back and, the fire that comes from here, I don't really move that much.
No, these would be a great benefit if we ever find ourselves walking through a frozen lake, like pushing a boat or something along that line.
I really don't like boats that much, if I'm honest. So I hope that doesn't happen today. But you should wear these boots.
We can only hope, but thank you, honestly. And I'll switch them out.
Boots of the Winterland require attunement, so you'll have to attune to them tonight. But they provide cold resistance.
You could have attuned to them on the journey.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
They provide cold resistance. Ice and snow difficult terrain are ignored. You can tolerate minus 50 degrees Fahrenheit with
Good God.
no additional protection. And in heavy clothes, which we are wearing now, you can tolerate negative 100 degrees Fahrenheit.
Good Lord Almighty. All right.
That's awesome.
I'd
Okay,
Put
so
those on and
snug boots.
thank you.
And just throw off the heavy winter clothes and just wear your rogue leathers again. You're like, my true form.
Tank top.
You could unironically do that.
All of you get flashbacks to the cold-hearted killer. It's like, were you possessed by Civic Culture? What happened?
These boots, man. Good God.
These boots
I
were
don't really
made for
feel
heating.
cold anymore. Oh,
This is what they'll do. One of these days, these boots will.
Melt everything.
Make you all snug and
Around
warm.
you.
Okay, so excuse us.
back to the
You're welcome, chat, as we serenade you.
back to the present.
We all miss going to karaoke, clearly. So yes, indeed. So yes, Mockingbird, you're snug and warm in the front of the boat, thinking back on this time that Tom gifted you with these fantastic boots. You're glad you didn't get them wet. And as Garo is pulling through the water and splashing, after some time, you do indeed find an abandoned rowboat.
Oh dear. This is not what I wanted to see.
Mm,
Let's get close.
Okay.
onwards.
Yes, I'm the mush now. Mush myself.
Mush
Off
go,
the port
mush.
side.
And you do, yes, you see this rowboat. A rowboat bobs untethered in the water amid some small ice floes, not far from the 80-foot high cliffs that abut the shoreline. As you get closer, you can see the mouths of 4 caves dotting the snowy cliffside. One of the caves is down at water level, and the others are elevated like 20, 30 feet up above the frozen lake. And the wind tearing through these caves almost sounds like moaning.
Now, if I were a betting man, I would assume that these poor folk are either at the bottom of the lake or somewhere deep inside that labyrinth of caves over there.
Yeah, it's probably a good bet.
Well, let's look at the boats.
Okay, so you're gonna
Yes.
row up alongside the rowboat.
Onwards.
Mhm.
Okay.
All right, we're pulling up beside the boat.
As you pull up
Y'all
alongside,
can-
I'm sorry.
Investigate.
As you pull up alongside the rowboats, inside you see 4 oars, 4 sets of fishing tackle, and a dozen empty bottles.
Well,
And you can see faint tracks on the ice leading from the boat to the southernmost cave.
oh no. I didn't want to go into the cave.
Surprisingly, we've had pretty good luck in caves.
You shouldn't have said that.
Until
Oh,
now.
no.
Well,
So
let's get this thing beached on the ice, as it were, and head into this cave, I suppose.
I feel good about this.
guess so.
Okay. You clamber off the boat onto the ice, where it's good and thick, and where the tracks are leading away towards the cave. And you secure your boat, make sure that it won't float away. Although this other one hasn't over such a long time. And as you are, Mame, Toln, and Gareth, carefully making your way, Mockingbirds, do you just stride ahead confidently with your new boots?
No, I don't think I will. I think I will proceed very cautiously.
Sport, sport.
Probably towards the wall of the cave first, and then peer in.
Okay, so you're going towards the cliff face.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh wow.
let me play something for you, Mockingbird. Everyone will hear it, but only in game. Only Mockingbird hears it.
I'm ready. Go to the others.
As you make your way towards the cliff face and the cave entrance, you get a twinge in the back of your skull. That same spot as always these past 3 years. And you hear something indistinct, gloating, malevolent.
Have I heard this before?
You have not. But you have. It comes flooding back. You have heard these indistinct whispers. You heard them as you woke on the ice. Your memory's gone. And it was these disturbing whispers that drove you to flee the area and find East Haven.
I'll kind of stand pretty stiffly and with a pretty blank and emotionless face kind of go back over to the group, hair standing on end, and there's something in there, and I quite frankly do not want to go in.
All right there, buddy. What'd you see? What'd you hear? What's going on?
Something that I heard a long time ago. Maybe not quite so long ago in retrospect, but it's hard to explain, but something in that cave as well, and truly vile, evil. Like I said, it's hard to put into words.
Well, we have to get those fishers out if that's the case, no?
Or at least proof that they are no longer with us.
I'll just say for the record, historically you've done very well in caves.
Hey.
I'm retreading on that. I'm backtracking.
I'm still stinging from the entire lack of damage you took.
Just a absolute
Zero
damage.
It's disgusting.
I mean, just because you
Something
want to
tells
kill
me
all
that
your players.
Congratulations. It was a very well thought out approach.
If those fishermen are in there, they're very likely not alive. If they are alive, I'll just stop and just look back into the cave.
Don't worry, my friend. We are here with you.
Have us this time.
I mean, we could step a toe or two in, see what we see.
As you all come to resolve and decide that whatever awaits you in that cave, if you face it together, surely you will be okay. As you turn once more towards the cliff, two shapes burst from the cave mouths higher up, and you hear a and two harpies descend upon you from the skies, plummeting down through the air towards their lunch. And we will find out what happens in 2021. So we are going to stop there, everyone. Thank you so much to everyone who came by. Lots of folks coming through tonight. Thank you so much. And we are done with Icewind Dale for this year, but we will be back fairly soon. Unfortunately, without Gareth, or without Abby. Gareth will be here to help defend you against these beasts, do not worry. And the harpies are plummeting down upon you from the cave mouth. And we shall see what happens. Do join us again on January 5th when we come back for the new year to Icewind Dale, the first session of the new year. But it is not the last session for us of this year, as during this week we have a number of things going on. On Thursday evening, we have our usual Curse of Strahd, which, despite the fact it will be Christmas Eve, will not be festive in the slightest. As the party of adventurers in Barovia are up at the Bone Grinder, facing off against terrible fey creatures, the spirits of those they failed to save on their last visit. Which is not a spoiler for you, Josh, don't worry. This is of my own addition, so don't worry. I remember you will play that through later. And also, on Friday, we will not be having our usual Descent into Avernus game, because for the very festive occasion of Christmas Day, we will be having a rather special one-shot adventure. All new characters, our Friday players, but with one slight change, as we have a very special guest. Our Wednesday off-stream game in Eberron is going to be lending us the lovely Marin from Canada. She'll be joining us via the airwaves all the way over from Vietnam, as she is at the moment, and she will be joining the Friday crew for a one-shot of a rather festive nature. Although maybe you're not your average Christmas one-shot fare, so do, if you have time and you're not busy with other things, or if you want to catch the VOD later on, do come and share that rather special chance with us. And the next day, not on this channel, but over on Scotty Hood's channel, I will be a player. So if you want to see me as a player and not the DM, I will be a player in an all-Cobalt party for Scotty Hood's Christmas one-shot. Christmas Day for them, Boxing Day for me, so I will be coming out swinging, ready to join in as a Cobalt pugilist. So that is bound to be a good time. So if you have the chance, do stop by. And for those of you, I should say, that can't join us later on in the week, have a fantastic holiday season, whichever ones you decide to celebrate or otherwise. Hope you have a lovely time either way. And thank you so much for joining us on our adventures this year, and we shall see you in the new year. So, as we like to say around these parts, oyasumi nasai and yoi otoshi o. Good night, everyone. Oyasumi.
Oyasumi.
おやすみ。